Hey gang, this is Mike with my real estate dojo, and I'm gonna give you 19 reasons why you should go out there and start bicycling, and why bicycling is way better than driving a car. Okay, the number one reason I'm gonna give you, and they're not really in order of importance. It's just whatever comes to my mind because I'm freestyling it. Okay, the number one reason that you should go bicycle is that it gets you in physically fitness shape. What I mean by that is obesity is like so high out there. Over 55% of the population when I was going to college, which is 2004, 2006 when I graduated. Uh, I don't know when I graduated college, so erase that. But when I graduated, basically, the statistics were I got a degree in kinesiology that 55% of the people were obese. Now, it has to be a lot more with even with junior high kids, elementary kids being obese in high school because of the food we eat. Okay, so the number one thing is that it gets you in shape and it fights obesity, um, heart disease, so many different things. The number two things I like about bicycles is that there is no traffic. um, I don't know, man. I'm very lucky because I own my own business and I work remotely on my laptop, but I still have to sometimes deal with traffic. And sitting in traffic is just a bitch, man. I mean, it just makes you so intense, so cranky, um, road rage. Even I'm a very passive driver and I always listen to audiobooks. It just drives me nuts. So the people that drive every day in rush hour, it must be fucking crazy, okay? So there's never any traffic when you ride something like this, guys, all right? As you can see, here's the trails. There's no traffic. Even on the streets, there's no traffic. The next thing why I like a bicycle on compared to a car is that you're actually able to plug out of the metrics. What I mean by that is that when you get in your car and you go to work every day and you get back from work and drive back, you don't get to really talk to people. You don't really get to see stuff, okay? And you don't really get to smell. Um, but that's the next point. But in a sense, when you drive from point A to point B in a car, you're just plugged in into your little shell. You go to your home, into your little shell, and you just watch TV. Or you drive to work and maybe go hang out with a few people, but you don't really get to interact with people. When you're pedaling on a bicycle, you see so many people. You're like, hey, what's up? How you doing? People say the same thing. So you actually get to see the people. It's not like you're just seeing cars, okay? Another great thing next thing why I love riding a bicycle is that it lets you stop and smell the flowers in a sense. Now, what I mean by that is that um, you're able to really see the flowers, the butterflies, the snakes on the road, the bunnies. You're able to smell different areas, different pockets. Some pockets are hot, some pockets are cold, some are cool breeze. Okay, so you really get to see things that you don't get to see in your car because you're just driving by with your windows up and the AC pumping. I'm gonna put this up because it's hurting my arm. I'm been bicycling, so I'm kind of tired. Okay, 1 second, guys. All right, now the next great thing about bicycling is that when you're out there pedaling, it helps you uh, deal with your emotions, depression, anxiety. So instead of popping pills, you're out here, you're pedaling, your brain's releasing dopamines, serotonin, all those good chemicals, hormones that your body needs for you to feel good. Okay, so yeah, it is hard work, but that hard work translates into your health being healthier, and then your mind being more positive because um, of all these chemicals being released naturally in your mind. Okay, um, so besides plugging out the metrics, besides being a smell the roses, okay, besides the health benefits, besides the psychological benefits, okay, other things about riding a bike is very cool, which I really love, is about what I call flow. What I mean by flow is that, or in the zone, you know, in the everyday hustle and bustle. I know you know what I'm talking about, going to work, paying bills, etc. You know, there's so many noise in our mind, or at least in my mind, okay? My problems, my stresses, the solutions. I got to get with this IT guy. I got to get with my workers. I got to get back with this. I got to do this. I got to do this. So there's always things going in my mind, you know, from family to relationships to business. I mean, just constantly my mind is thinking. So when I get on a bicycle and I start pedaling for 20 minutes, an hour or more, you know, all of a suddenly that noise just shuts off, and all I'm thinking about is nothing. Okay, and what I call this flow, the zone. You know, you really need to be able to get into that flow because it's basically silence. And that's a good thing in a world with so much pollution, external from lights, sound, to internal pollution because of all the advertisement, radio, stress, etc. The system. So getting into the flow, into the zone is a very, very, very attractive thing for me, and that's why I love bicycling because it helps me get into the flow. That's why I like working out. That's why I like getting the bag. Okay, any kind of thing like that gets you in the flow. That's why, you know, sometimes when I try to do a sell, I get into the flow because then I don't have to think. You know, I'm just going through. I'm just gliding through it, and it's just such a cool feeling. Um, Now, here's the next thing. This is very, very powerful. When I ride a bike, I'm really grateful for so many things. For example, I'm riding and it's sunny and I see this tree. Man, every time I see this tree and I see it underneath it, I'm like, thank you, tree. Thank you, God, for putting this tree. Or how cool it is underneath this tree. Or, you know, I see a beautiful bird. I'm like, thank you. Or I'm thankful for a car not hitting me. Or they passed me up and go on the other lane and give me some space. So it allows me to be thankful for so much more in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like if I hit this curve and my tire doesn't blow, I'm like, thank you, God, because I had to change it. So it really helps me with being grateful and giving gratitude and saying thank you for being alive. Thanks for having my legs. Thanks for the simple things in life. Thanks for just like a shower, you know, a comfortable bed, a hard day's fucking work. So it helps me really become grateful when I ride a bike. I guess there's somebody cutting the noise pollution. I don't know what that is. Somebody on a boat because it's the Trinity River. That's why I'm kind of tired of society. It's like so much trash, so much noise everywhere. Um, let's see. What are some other reasons why I love riding a bike? Okay, um, it challenges me. Okay, for example, I just rode from Dallas, Texas, downtown to Paris, Texas, which is like 180 miles. Okay, now I'm going from Dallas, Texas to Austin, Texas. That's probably another 230 miles. You know, not taking that 35, of course, and stopping and eating. Uh, I didn't think I could do all that. Okay, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I'm not a professional biker or anything like that. I don't even know how to change a flat, any of that. I'm just fucking new as fuck, dude. You know what I'm saying? I used to ride a bicycle in college because I couldn't afford the gas money. And it's been like 15 years, 20 years, I mean 17 years, you know, so it's been a long time since I graduated college. And so I don't know shit. I don't know left from right, didn't read a book, didn't have shit. So going out there and saying I'm gonna go from this to 180 miles, I don't think I could do it. You know, everybody thought I couldn't do it. But just to be able to get on there and push myself and go do it, that's the thing I love about it because it helps build my confidence. So that's the next point that, you know, when you challenge yourself and you do stuff, it builds your confidence. And it's very, very important that if you're an entrepreneur, you're a real estate investor, you're a realtor, you're self-employed or whatever, you need to be able to have confidence. And confidence comes from doing shit that you didn't think you could do. Okay, for example, I didn't think I'd go to Paris, Texas on a bicycle, guys. I don't think I could have done from my house to Austin on a bicycle, but I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens, I'm gonna do it. And you need that confidence to be a real estate investor. You know, when I first got into the real estate business, I didn't know I could fucking buy houses with no money, no credit. I didn't think so, man. If I knew that, like everybody would do it, man, it'd be like the realtors would tell you, the bankers tell you, but no. But you could do it. So I didn't have the confidence. When I lived in my car right after college and started my business with $100, man, you know, I really didn't think I could do it, but I still went and did it, you know, and that built me confidence. So you need to have confidence and to be able to get wherever you want to go into. And sometimes life beats you up, man. It gives you the uppercuts, you know, like divorce, death in the family, you know, loss of your job, loss of your money, you know. I mean, for me, divorce, man, like divorce really fucked me up, you know. for 3 years, 3.5 years, I basically just shut down. I couldn't believe that it had happened to me. I work all the time and do all the right things, but apparently it wasn't enough. So it really fucked me up. Uh, I had built this my dreams. I'm making money. I got rental houses, and it just and I didn't even see it, and I got knocked down. And for a while, man, you know, I really hated life, man. I hated everything that I was passionate about. I was passionate about being an entrepreneur. I was passionate about working out. And for a long time, for almost 3 years, 2.5 years, man, I wanted to just close my businesses down. I thought that being an entrepreneur had sucked the shit out of my life. It basically fucked me over, because it takes a lot of your time. It's stressful. So, uh, I know how it feels to get down, and that's why you have to look for something that's gonna bring back that courage, bring back that curiosity, bring back. And for me, hitting the punching bag, getting on a bicycle, doing some hiking, things that I've never thought I could do as a refugee, things that I've never been introduced to because my dad worked all the fucking time and he didn't have no money. My dad never bought me a bike, or he never played ball with me, or the guy just didn't have time, man. He came to America with no money, he didn't speak any language. Refugee, dude. I don't know if you guys know what that means, with nothing. And so I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying, the guy just didn't have time. He never took me for camping, took me to a park, tossed me any balls. None of that shit, man. Actually, he worked all the fucking times, and my parents didn't drink, or they don't smoke, they don't do none of that shit. But it was very stressful for them, and it kind of carried over to the kids, man. And me being the adult, the oldest one, I really took the beating, and mentally and physically, from both my parents. So going and doing shit that I've never been introduced to is just like opens my my receptors, and opens my confidence, because life is tough, guys. You could lose your money. Like, I've lost so much money, lost the wife, I lost a lot of good friends, I even lost a lot of family. Let me tell you, you know I guess it's better for me not to, because it wasn't meant to be. But well, I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, is you got to go out there and chase your fucking dreams, because you live once. And whatever it is, if it's being an entrepreneur, I lived in my car, started my business. People told me I was crazy. I said I'm going to go to Austin. People told me I was crazy. I said I was going to go to Houston. People said I was crazy. I said I was going to go to the AT trails, Appalachian trails. People said I was crazy. So I guess I'm crazy, man. But it's okay with me, and you got to feel the same way. But sometimes you can be crazy and get down, and if you get down, you got to work your way back up, because this is America, man. This is the greatest country. You gotta find out why you want to get into the fucking fight. You could be the biggest fighter, the toughest fighter, like Tyson, but if you get knocked down one time and you don't get up in here, you could be like Tyson and can't win again, man, even though he's such a good fucking fighter. Okay, I love the guy, no disrespect, but this one rapper says, mental toughness is the toughest of them all. And I 100% agree, dude, because when I got divorced, I was making money, I had money, this and I felt like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Like, man, life was over for me, and it took a long time to get back up. For a long time I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So don't let that happen to you, man. It could be your death in the family, divorce, job loss, whatever the fuck it is, man. Cancer, whatever. Okay, know you have a purpose in life, and you got to keep fighting for that shit, man. You gotta keep fighting for that shit. Don't take no for an answer, guys. See ya.